started August 17th of '09, and it was already in a frustrated day. I asked my dad to go a day off to go to San Diego to go visit my best friend because he was leaving from the Navy. I couldn't go because I missed already 4 days of work. So while I was going to work with my dad, he was trying to make conversation with me, which didn't work. I always gave him the cold shoulder. Well, I gave him the cold shoulder so many times that instead, because I don't want to hear him anymore, I put my headphones in. I lost time when I realized I was finally at work, and I didn't want to do anything. I started doing my work, and then he stopped me out of nowhere because I had to go do a cashier's check. I started doing my cashier's check, and I had to go to the bank. I cashed it in. I went to El Segundo, could finally turn into the person. I went to Patty, and Patty was like, "Loopy," and I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Loopy," and I'm like, "What?" And she said, "You," and then I was like, did I do something wrong with the check? She was like, "No." I'm like, "What is it?" She's like, "Slash." I'm like, "Slash? Who's Slash?" She's like, "From Guns N' Roses." I'm like, "What about him?" She was like, "He's going to be at Sunset Music Festival." I was like, "That's pretty cool." She was like, "Yeah." She was like, "I'm trying to win tickets." And I was like, "Oh, okay, that's pretty awesome." After that, instead in the car, I started listening to the radio. It was 98.7 because they were selling the tickets. I started to listen, and I was trying to win. My first opportunity came up. I had to text tickets to 22987, so I did that instead. And I did, and I lost. I was kind of disappointed because my phone was unknown, and I actually answered, so I thought it was them, but it wasn't. A second opportunity came up because I was at In-N-Out. When I was at In-N-Out, the song Animal from Neon Trees came up, and I had to text Trees. So I texted Trees and Neon to 22987. And I texted, and my phone again rang. It was unknown as well, so I thought it was them again. So I answered, but it wasn't them. I was kind of disappointed. My third opportunity, does Armor from Smashing Pumpkins go on? Well, I answered. It was unknown. Okay, so I answered, and I'm like, "Hello." And they're like, "Who is this?" I'm like, "It's Laura." And they're like, "Laura, you just won a pair of tickets to the Sunset Music Fest." And I smiled and I yelled, and I couldn't help it. And I was like, "Oh my God." Like, you have to hold on. I'm like, "Okay." So I hold on. And I'm like, Dad. And he's like, "What?" And I'm like, listen. He's like, "Oh," he's like, "Now you're going to talk to me?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah." I'm like, "Just listen." He's like, "What?" I'm like, "I just won a pair of tickets. I'm going to go see Slash." He's like, "Oh, congratulations." I was like, "That's it?" He was like, "Oh." I'm like, "Okay." So I go to Burbank and I get my tickets. And the festival was pretty awesome. I saw Slash, saw Kid Cudi, Common. I saw Smashing Pumpkins. I saw Big D. I went to Key Club. I went to the Roxy. I went to all the Sunset clubs that you couldn't go until you were 21. But that was the opportunity I started, and I realized that I have the time. I won 3 concert tickets. I won Lollapalooza, I won Coachella, and I won Bamboozle. And that's it.